Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Spinach and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm an international medical graduate and I succeeded in passing all my PLAB exams, so I'm here to give you the wisdom that I have received from passing these exams. So let's get started today. What is this video about? This video is about my struggles with PLAB 2 and how I can help you with that. So people have constantly asked me what resources to use for PLAB 2, how to schedule your PLAB 2 preparation, and how to basically make a PLAB 2 preparation strategy basically. So I'm gonna actually address all of these concerns along with one more, that is how to actually prepare your own station that is unique to yourself. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're gonna start with is the resources that you can use. Now, the first question that should come to your mind is, why do we require resources in PLAB 2? Now, there are 6 reasons why we need to require resources in PLAB 2. The first thing is very basic: to get a general orientation of PLAB 2. You need to understand what PLAB 2 is, how is it conducted, and a general introduction about it, right? Then the second thing is types of scenarios that are asked. Third, approach to these scenarios. Fourth, practice partners to practice these scenarios. Fifth, expert feedback to these scenarios that you're practicing. And finally, mannequins and learning to perform the procedures on mannequins. Now, as I listed all these 6 items, you might think that actually I'm right, that these are the places where you have to have the resources to learn from, right? So we are going to discuss all the resources that you can use for your PLAB 2 preparation. So first, we're going to start with the free resources. So these are to get yourself accustomed with what PLAB 2 is, how it takes place, as well as the scenarios asked and how to do the management and everything including that. So the free resources that I'm going to discuss in here are not only free, but also authentic. Okay, so let's start with these. So the first one we all know is GMC website. Now, GMC website gives you a general overview and an orientation towards PLAB 2. I'm going to drop the link to the website so that you can go and check on what it asks for you to be a safe and a good doctor. When you go to this website, you can actually download a good medical practice PDF as well, which you can read through and get yourself an orientation of what they are looking for. Then there is another video that what you can expect on the exam day, which is also posted by GMC on YouTube, so watch that as well. Now, the other one is GMC's Personal Link. So this is the name I have given, GMC's Personal Link, because this was the link that was sent to me when I booked my PLAB 2 exam. So I read through my booking of PLAB 2 exam and then I thought, oh, wow. And when I opened this link, I found that it had numerous scenarios which are mostly focused on medical ethics. So I am going to drop that link on my description, and it is must watch because it's a golden link. Because these are the scenarios that are provided by GMC themselves. So do watch them, okay? Take an advantage of a person who is given PLAB 2. Now, the third one is NHS website. All the information you need to know about a particular condition, starting from the definition of the condition, symptoms, and reaching to the management of that condition, everything is on NHS website, and NHS website works everywhere in the world, right? I don't know about China. I think there is a firewall. I have no idea, but we are okay. So let's get back to the discussion. And finally, so these 3 resources are free resources and authentic resources. And finally, fourth one is the YouTube, which is free, but we don't know how authentic it is. But God swear, what I'm saying is authentic, huh? So take, of course, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. So YouTube is a very good free resource that you can use for your PLAB 2 preparation to orient yourself generally, like what you're watching this video right now. Now, next, so we have discussed all the free resources, right? Now, the second thing is, now we need to have the notes, right? The scripts basically. And we have to understand the approach, and we have to practice in-person mocks. This is where academies jump in. So academies are helpful with the notes, understanding the approach, and the mocks. Now on my screen are the list of all the academies that are actually prevalent among international medical graduates, right? Who are giving PLAB 2 exam. So understand that different academies have different advantages. Some academies provide great notes, some provide amazing approach, and some have superior marks. So how do you decide which academy to use? I'll take, of course, so this one thing I'll tell you is recommendations are very helpful here, but I'm going to tell you how to do it as well later in this video. So stick with me there, okay? Next, online mocks. We all know that there are many people who come up who have passed their PLAB 2 exam with providing the online mocks. So that is another resource that you can use. Then the major issue that comes with these academies or mocks is basically the authenticity of them. Now, PLAB 2 exam is quite unpredictable, and even after taking the academies, spending thousands of pounds there is no guarantee that you will pass the exam. So the authenticity is something that comes into question, apart from, of course, the academies are very expensive as well, on top of which you have to live there for 2 to 3 months. So you can think about like thousands and thousands of pounds that you have to spend there. You can do now, right? So I'm gonna take my honest opinion here. So we're gonna look at the schedule that you can follow for PLAB 2 exam, and what is the next thing that you can do now that you know that this is the problem and these are the solutions. So how to basically arrange the problem, arrange the solution around the problem, right? So you definitely need to know what to do, but you also need to know how to do it, right? Taking academy course does help you with understanding what you need to do, and of course gives you types of stations that are asked and gives you a general idea of how to approach the station. But they don't help you with personalizing the preparation. You and the other person from the same academy will use the same lines of the same script and will have the same approach to the station. Now, when this happens, the examiners in PLAB 2 actually get to know that. So how to prevent that is something that I have come up with. So listen, my proposition here is you should take an online course. Take any online course, any good online course, okay? Try to assimilate notes from 1 or 2 academies, okay? Next, when you get an overview of what exactly PLAB 2 is all about, there are a few things that you can do. So take an online course, try to assimilate notes, and when you have an overview of what PLAB 2 is about, then do what I'm telling you to do. The first thing that you should do is join a PLAB 2 Facebook group. So I also have a PLAB 2 Facebook group. I'll drop a link to that. So it's completely free. You can join that. You can ask if there are any practice partners you can use help with. And I also update that group with new posts as much as I can, right? Now, when you have joined a PLAB 2 Facebook group, so there are 2 things that you have to do. You have to find practice partners. Now, these practice partners you should ensure 2 things in these practice partners. First thing, they should be from a different academy than you. So from 2 to 3 different academies, and they should be from a different ethnicity. Of course, your ethnicity is also important, but they should also be of different ethnicity. Like they could be African, they could be Mongolian, right? So why am I saying you this? Because you learn a lot from people who are different than you. Why? So in terms of new ways of forming English sentences, in terms of using different vocabulary, in terms of having a different perspective to approach a station. So they bring to table many new ways to do things. That is why it is important that you practice with people who are from different academies and who belong from different ethnicity. Now this happens because they have a different type of system in their own country, and they take the experience from that system, they take their own experience and whatever they have learned from PLAB 2, they combine it all and get and come with unique themselves. When they come with this, they actually project to you a lot of information which you can actually grab. Right? Now what I'm going to tell you is how to basically make a station unique to yourself, right? So if you've not watched my video before about why I failed my PLAB 2 in my first attempt, then go to this link above or here, wherever it is, or in the description section, and go and watch that. So do not, if you're the person who's writing this for the who's giving this exam for the first time, then it will be really helpful to prevent those mistakes. And if you're giving the second time, then it's like a golden egg. Go and watch that. So that's a place where I said that you have to be you, that you have to be unique. You should not follow any script. You should not follow any academy. You should be you. And how to make that you and how to make that station for yourself is something that I'm going to tell you in this video right now. So, okay. Let's say you performed one station with them. There are 3 things that we are going to do now. First thing, when you have performed a station with them, note down new ways that they approach the exam and learn from them. Okay? So the first thing is note down new ways they approach the exam and learn from them. The second thing is think about what you do in this situation as a doctor. So your instincts as a doctor should come into place, right? And finally, go to NHS website, type that disease on NHS and read all about it. So there will be symptoms of the disease, explanation of disease in layman terms, as well as the management of the disease. So example, migraine. Go to NHS, type migraine and see 3 things: symptoms, explanation and management of the disease on NHS. Done is you have booked your PLAB 2 exam and you have joined an online course, right? You got an overview, and what you have to do next is 3 things. Join the Facebook group, make practice partners there, and get new ideas from them apart from the ideas that you gathered from the online course, right? Then the second thing is your own instincts and your own logic as a doctor will come into the play. And finally, NHS website. So these 3 places are the best learning materials. Once you have gathered all the information from these 3 places, make a rough sketch of your station. And when you're practicing with other people, when you're reading more, when you're understanding more and you're actually applying things out of logic, then you can enhance this station by adding and modifying what you keep learning along your PLAB 2 journey. I hope that made sense. I know this is a lot to take in. If at any point you're not understanding what I'm trying to convey here, please go back and watch it again. This is how your station is gonna get ready. Now, incredibly so, this is yours only. And what is it that makes it unique to you is, first, your instinct and your logic as a doctor that you applied there, and as a human being as well, not just as a doctor. And second, the things that you've learned from your practice partners. So that was about how to make your own station and how to be unique and how to add value to your station so that examiners know that, okay, this person is unique and this person actually thinks. It's not just that they are blabbering the script that they learned. No. Now, scheduling your arrival to the UK. Welcome to the UK. So when do you have to come to the UK when you're taking PLAB 2 exam? Now, I mentioned that 2 to 3 months is a long time. That's like a lot of money. Think about spending 30 to 35 pounds a day for 2 to 3 months. Well, of course you can get things for cheaper as well, but again, you have to search for it. So what you can do is come to UK 10 to 15 days before your exam. I'd say 2 weeks before your exam is the ideal time to come to the UK. Now, reside at a place near any academy in Manchester, in wherever you think you can reside. So you can meet PLAB 2 students, right? Now ask these PLAB 2 students around about the best academy to take mocks. Give your mocks 10 to 12 days before your exam. And I think one mock is enough. You can take 2 mocks as well, which is your decision to make. So when you receive the feedback from the mock, improve on things that you got feedback on, okay? And keep practicing online or offline until your exam. So this is the way you can schedule your arrival, book a mock, and keep practicing according to the feedback you received. You do not really have to go 2 to 3 months before. If you have prepared enough and very well in your home, in your home country, then it is okay. I've seen a lot of people only coming 2 weeks or even 10 days before and passing their exams. It's not tough. Okay. So many students come asking me for help with stations. So I have a proposal for you all. I've come up with a few things that I can help you on with your PLAB 2 preparation. So this is a 35-day preparation covering 5 types of stations. These include psychiatry, general history taking, teaching stations, ethics station, and counseling stations. How will it work? I will take one personal session lasting for 1 hour, and every week where you will do one station and I'll give you a personalized feedback on that station, and for the remaining time we are going to discuss all the related stations to the same and approach to those stations. I hope that makes sense. So 35-day preparation strategy where I'll have a personalized session 1:1 every week, and the five types of stations that we'll cover are psychiatry, general history taking, teaching stations, ethics, and counseling stations, right? And every week we can have one station on one of those. For example, psychiatry, depression station. You have done a depression station. I've given you feedback on depression, and then we can actually discuss for the remaining time the rest of the stations that are asked in psychiatry. Similarly with the other stations as well. Now that means in addition to what you are already learning from, this will help you improve even more. Okay, so I don't care if you come to me or not. I care that you go to someone who is authentic. That's important. So someone who is gonna help you authentically. Okay, how to contact me? To me via my Instagram. Follow me here on Instagram. And if you don't have Instagram, then you can use my email ID drspinach21@gmail.com, and send me an email there. And well, meanwhile, keep preparing, and all the very best with your exam. Now guys and girls and whoever is watching this video, if you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. If you share this video with just one of your friends, it will be incredible. So it can help them as well, and it can help me as well. Okay, and click on that notification bell down below so that you can get updates as soon as I post the next video. And next video is actually about UKMLA. So I'm going to be talking about UKMLA and what are the changes there and how is it different from PLAB. So stay tuned. Here we go. Dr. Spinach signing off.